Hello, Mr. Mike Wadsworth. Ryland Brown here. Thank you for your email reply to pianoryland@gmail.com in reference to I saw a crimson flow, or I saw a crimson river. I don't remember exactly what the title was. Nonetheless, it was in A flat major. So it has 4 flats in the key signature. A flat, B flat, D flat, and E flat are the 4 flats that you had referenced. And fast forwarding to, I believe it was about 7 minutes, somewhere around 30 seconds, 7.5 minutes, you had asked me what I did when we were talking about making the accompaniment move smoothly through those particular sections. So I'm just going to focus on about that first 15 or 20 seconds of that snippet there at 7.5 minutes on the previous video. For those of you who are just joining us, you can go back in the video list and look up I Saw a Crimson Flow or River, whatever it is, and see the initial video. But this is a follow-up for Mike on that. And it deals with this particular pattern. So Mike, this is the 10th pattern. I've referenced this a number of times when other people had asked me a similar question as you did. So we are in A flat major and the scale. That's what the scale sounds like. And there you'll see the 4 flats. A flat, B flat, D flat, A flat. So those all occur. So what we were talking about right there when you had asked me that question, how do I make it sound so smooth? So it sounds like this. All right, so let me just press all of those notes together so you see what I'm using. Let me just hold that for a second. So you see the A flat, the E flat, the A flat again, which is an octave up, a B flat, and a C natural. That's it, buddy. That's all I was doing. And it moves in what we call eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So let's do that slowly. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 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 All right, so you with me? Now you see the notes. All right, just 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. Okay, and I've showed you now what notes we used. So just an example, putting it in context, 3 and 4. All right, see how pretty that is? So mostly all of that is done with the left hand. So I would use A flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, so you can move your fingers however you see fit. Whatever feels good to you is fine, as long as it makes it smooth. But that's the secret behind that, buddy. It's not any more complicated than that. That's it right there. So if you were to put numbers to these scale degrees, A flat would be 1, because A flat is the key in which is our home base, our tonic, our 1, because A flat has the 4 flats that we talked about earlier. All right, so that's the key. The key signature has 4 flats, B, E, A, and D, and E. So A flat would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then up again. 6, 7, 1, or 8. Let's call it 8 because 8 is an octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Okay, so you'll hear me reference that using numbers. Numbers are easily transposable between keys. It doesn't matter if you're in A flat or D sharp or whatever other key you want to be in, you can always use numbers to identify what we call scale degrees. So the scale degrees are 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. So you can memorize that pattern. 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. And that's going to give you a fail-safe, a fail-proof method of remembering numbers to go with whatever chord or key that you're in. 1, 5, 8, 9, 10 will give you that arpeggio in the left hand, which makes it very smooth and consistent. 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. Follow me? Okay, so that was A flat. Now, of course, as you know, that was just the first or opening phrase of the song. If as we progress, the chord will change from A flat into E flat. So do you remember the numbers I just told you? 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. We can apply that principle here in the new chord. Not a new key, just a new chord. Remember the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, the 3 most popular chords we talked about? So when it changes in that song, so they would move to, one of the chords it would move to would be E flat major. We have not changed the key signature. This is just merely a different chord in the song. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to hold those for a second and let you look at my fingers. So this is the 5 chord, which is better known as E flat major. So this is the dominant. Sometimes people refer to it as a dominant, which means 5, the 5 chord of A flat major. And how I got 5 was we are in the chord in the key of A flat major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then because that's 5 chord, we build off of it. And so we take the new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's the same principle. 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. And so we just work on it there in that particular chord. Same thing we were just doing in A flat, we're just doing it in E flat chord. So remember how we did? Now we just move that same pattern up to the 5 chord. Okay. And real quickly before we close, I'm just going to do the 4 chord. So this was the 1 chord, 2, 3, 4, 5. We covered E flat. So now let's look at the 4 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in D flat, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me just let that sit for a moment so you can see where my fingers are. It's just 5 notes. Just put your fingers right where mine are on the keys, and that is a D flat major. 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we did A flat, and we did E flat, and now the new chord is the 4 chord, the subdominant. The 4 chord is D flat major. So you just want to move those, and it's a type of arpeggiation, arpeggio. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, I hope that helped for that particular section, Mike. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for everyone else out there who is listening and also subscribing and sending emails to pianoryland, RYLAND, @gmail.com. I look forward to your comments and suggestions and requests. Thank you again.